So if you think yesterday's video was actually really good, then you're gonna love today's video, because I apparently am the only person who can debunk myself. So for a long time I said that Bulma and Popo's ship traveled at 512 to 518 times light speed, and that's a perfect value to get to the Andromeda Galaxy in 4,339 years. It's just an Easter egg. But my problem here was that I was using the English version of the anime, where a lot was actually snapped off, and I never knew that. I never watched this original episode. I think it's episode 39 or 40 in Japanese. So in the English version, they cut out about 48 seconds of the actual travel time. In the English version, it's only a clip of 5 seconds. So I was like, okay, well, you count to 5. And it just happens to be 512 times light speed, which is the exact same speed as warp 8 in the original Star Trek series with Captain Kirk in the 60s. So in the original show, that's the exact same warp speed of their maximum warp of their ship. So then I went to go watch the Japanese version of this episode, and oh my gosh, it took 51 seconds for them to get to Jupiter from the Earth. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm debunked. What do I do? I'm kind of having a little joking panic attack here. What am I supposed to do? How do I explain this away? I'm like, listen, there has to be more to this, because Akira Toriyama and his staff are not stupid. There's got to be some kind of Easter egg going on here. So I did the calculations of how fast you would have to travel to Jupiter if it took 51 seconds for you to fly to Jupiter, and it turns out it's 38.5 times light speed, and I literally had to go out of my house and go get some breakfast and coffee because I couldn't stop laughing and I had to calm down. 38.5 times light speed is warp 3 in Star Trek The New Generation, which is the Picard era. That's their actual normal light speed, cruising speed. So when they're not doing anything important, they stay at warp 3. And so I was like, well, clearly this is an Easter egg. If you watch the American version, the English version, the Easter egg is that it's clipped down to 5 seconds, and it's a reference to the speed of warp 8 from the 60s Star Trek series with Captain Kirk. But if you watch the original Japanese version, it's an Easter egg for Picard in the Next Generation at warp 3. There's no way this is coincidence. If you say this is coincidence, you are medically induced in a coma, and you're not even conscious, but your body just happens to be near a computer and it's twitching and it's hitting keys on the keyboard and you're just denying everything. It's literally impossible for both of these calculations to add up to the exact warp factors of Star Trek. Clearly this is an Easter egg, and the staff and the editors clipped the American English version to be a reference and Easter egg for Captain Kirk, and the Japanese is clipped exactly at 51 seconds to equate to Captain Picard's. It's mind-blowing here. So this is 100% confirmed. There's no way anybody can actually come in the comments and actually expect to be taken seriously by denying this. One of these, just any one of these, equating to the exact speed of any of the warp factors from Star Trek is crazy, but both of them in two different cuts equating to exactly warp 3 and exactly warp 8, there's no freaking way, dude. This is debunked. And guess what? Because the Japanese is the more official version, that means everything is even smaller than I thought it was. It's 4 times smaller. I said the galaxies were 12 light years wide. Nope, they're about 4 light years wide now, because Bulma took 51 seconds to get to Jupiter, and her ship was flying at 38.5 times light speed for 34 days, which equates to about 3.9 light years, roughly 4 light years per galaxy. So it's way worse on the Goofcoos. Thank you so much for all the attention you gave me on the last video to make me go back and rewatch the old episodes to debunk myself and make it even worse for you. There's no way that any of you can come back in the comments and say, nope, you're just making up stuff. There's no freaking way, dude. No way. This is confirmed. In the Japanese version, Bulma was flying at only 38.5 times light speed, and you can see how slow she was moving in all of these clips that I recorded from the actual anime. And you think this is just like a one-off of animating her flying really slow. It's certainly not a one-off. They kept animating Bulma's ship moving at this very slow speed. And it's so slow, in fact, that they can see the reflection of their own ship coming at them in a small ship in front of them. Oh no, I was totally wrong and debunked here, but that's only in regards to the Japanese version. Everything I said before in the American English version is still valid. They were still traveling at 512 times to 580 times light speed, roughly. It's a rough estimate there. So in the Japanese version, she's only traveling at 38.5 times light speed, which equates to only about 4 light-year wide galaxies.
Circulated, sir.
Make it so.